Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful. This is a non-stop music video album, basically. This is 53 minutes long. It contains, I believe, about 13 tracks. I didn't count them, but from what I looked at, the album itself has 13 tracks. It has some interludes, which I don't know if are part of the album, but it's from 2025. It's her, basically the visual edition of her album that she released. It is continuous in a sense. Like some of the videos, I mean, there are definite breaks here and there between the songs, but that's what the interludes are for, to sort of connect them. And some of them visually do flow through from one song to the next, at least stylistically in some cases. And then there's maybe a shift, but for the most part, they each accentuate different costumes, different outfits. They really like putting her in almost nothing. I would suggest, if you're a big Hannah Montana fan, do not watch the Hannah Montana movie and then this. You will have whiplash. No judgment against her. I like Miley. She is a beautiful young woman, and she is extremely talented with a wonderful voice, a unique voice for someone of her age, and just she's been singing forever. And she's always had that kind of lower raspy thing. It's a condition she does have, and honestly, it's not something you'd want to like. From what I was reading, it's something she would not want to fix because it could change her voice dramatically. So it is sometimes difficult for her to sing at length with all this. So with the kind of voice that she has, but what she has is fantastic. I am not a music critic by any means, and I don't even consider myself a TV or movie critic. Even though I've done 2,300 plus episodes of this series, it is just something I like. I'm just commenting on, and this is one of those things. The music itself. Well, you can't help but have to when you're putting out music like this, and in the current era, you're going to be compared to your contemporaries. Yeah, there's a little bit of a somewhat of Taylor Swift feel in some elements. It's some, at least when it comes to the costuming and some of the flourishes, it feels a little Lady Gaga. But of course, her voice also throws me back to say the 80s, where you're getting an Anna Nancy Wilson from Heart or a Pat Benatar, especially when the music does lean into more, there's synthetic beats, there's a little bit of soul vocal in the background. I think Brittany Howard provides some of that along with her guitar. There's a definite Madonna phase in this album, especially the one where Naomi Campbell shows up and speaks. She says Vogue a few times. It can't not be evoking Madonna when you say have someone speak singing Vogue, and it's Naomi Campbell. So yeah, there is definitely a bit of a late 80s lost Madonna song element to this, to some of the songs. I can't say that it's music that I would listen to, but I was bopping my head along to some of it. Yeah, it's not. I would see her in concert if I had the opportunity, but I can't see myself just turning it on with all the other music I have. Nothing against her at all, but yeah, if you're definitely a Miley fan, this is I haven't listened to any of her other albums, but again, I've heard her do lots of stuff over the years. Of course, I've seen all the Hannah Montana stuff, but that was all sort of the pop music of the era. I mean, we're coming up with the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary later this month. Is it already on Disney Plus now? I can't remember. It will be soon if it's not already, and we'll probably end up watching it sometime in the next 3 months. And yeah, this is definitely a more reflective of herself now. Her Miley Cyrus, not Hannah Montana. She has to exist without Hannah Montana, even though she's going back to that well for the 20th anniversary. Because hey, you know what? She still has fans as Hannah Montana. So that's okay. That's fine. That's absolutely. It's a character she created, and people love her for it. So yeah, never be ashamed of that. She has, it's a lot of the songs for me, while entertaining, are for the most part forgettable. It's really, when it comes to watching this, the focus is on the visuals more than the music. There's, I mean, a sequence where she is in a fairly sheer green dress and she's lying at the foot of a kick drum, just writhing away. And I can't say it's an unpleasant sight, but yeah, it's a little distracting from the music for some of us. Honestly, I don't see how she could have. They couldn't have been using that kick drum while they're lip syncing this music video, because that hurts. I've been in front of many a kick drum, and you don't want to have your head right there down on top, right in front of it. No, she's gonna get a headache, which is not good. So, even by the way, her is her. I don't know if she's married yet or not, but she has a fiance. She's been dating for 4 years. Yes, I did some research while I was listening to the music. Her boyfriend, fiance, Max Mercado, Mirando. Sorry, Max Mirando. Sorry, Max, with two X's. Max Mirando also appears in this in some lovey-dovey scenes. For the most part, she spends a lot of the filming indoors, and she's dancing by herself a lot. Other than her and Naomi Campbell strutting around in their lingerie. There's some dancers, at least in one sequence. She's pretty much alone performing. It's a whole lot easier than trying to choreograph all the other stuff. But if there's a central story to all of this, or a central theme to something beautiful, I would hope that it's something that has to do with how she feels about herself, and life, everything else. I don't know. I really it's beyond my ability to understand, unless I'd listen to it over. I think if I listened to the album over and over again, like played in the car, I can see being in a sunny California day and putting this, song on the stereo, the hi-fi, and just playing it as you're driving around in traffic, driving around along the beach. And yeah, this would be a very good upbeat kind of stuff. I think her voice lends itself to more gritty, more emotional, and there's just more intense kind of I don't want to say dramatic, melodramatic. It lends itself to more passionate music, which she. There's a few songs of that like there. What? There's a few songs like that on this album. So beyond that, it's a lot of just the stuff that if it really was a big hit, would probably get mixed into a whole bunch of remix albums or remix DJ sets and stuff like that in the club. So she's walking that line of trying to do some more traditional, older styled music, again in the tradition of Madonna and things like that, while also leaning towards some of the more modern, whatever the modern style is these days. And yes, Taylor Swift may dominate the charts and everything else, and hey, but Taylor Swift came from that Hannah Montana movie. That's what made her. I don't know what was going on back then. I don't know how famous she was, but she made a little guest appearance in that Hannah Montana movie, or one of them anyway, as just a little girl playing an acoustic guitar and having her own song. So thank Miley for that. So hey, the Miley Cyrus, it may not have been the record of the year or anything else. From what I could see, when I searched something beautiful, I couldn't help but see all this. Google just adds just a series of just really dumb questions from people, and then there's also little bits of reviews and stuff like that. You get one sentence into it without even clicking on it. You just see that one sentence, and it's just like, I don't like listening to other people's opinions. So why am I giving my own? I don't like listening to other people's opinions to form my opinion. I believe everybody should just give something a shot. And you know what? It's not for may not be for everybody, and this may not be an album for me, but it doesn't mean it's bad. So take it for what it is. If you're a Miley fan, you're obviously going to want to check this out and pop this on. Play it in the background as you're doing work around the house. Every once in a while, you might be drawn in. Pretty young woman. Yeah. And yeah, she is barely dressed in most of it, which is not a bad thing. I'm not going to judge that whatsoever, but hey. Thanks, Miley. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 75. She's not a little girl anymore, so she's a grown woman. So, what did I pick? What was that number? I already forgot. 75. I'm getting old. Oh, okay. Well, of course, as I've said yesterday, we have a large variety of everything in the documentary / concert music and reality show section. So there's a lot of diversity. 2 days ago we were in the jungles of Vietnam. Today we're listening to Miley Cyrus's latest music, and tomorrow we're going back under the sea with Shark Quest: Hunt for the Apex Predator. There was a point in the past where there were so many shark documentaries that I was getting them 2-3 times a week, randomly selected, as I've just done here. And I had to boycott all the shark things. I just took them out of the list, and then I made one mega episode per year that just sort of sampled all the different shark stuff. One of them was like an hour and a half episode that I edited together of me talking about the 50 different shark things that were on over the past year that remained, just so I could clear them out. Nobody should. I don't think anybody's watched that episode. I haven't watched that episode. Nobody should. No. But in this case, this is a shark thing. We have very few of those left. I'd like to be able to say this is the very last one, but I'd probably be wrong. We're going to watch Shark Quest: Hunt for the Apex Predator on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye. All right, hold on a second. I forgot something. Tomorrow's Sunday. The next episode can't be Shark Quest: Hunt for the Apex Predator. It's got to be my 4th part in the Predator series. In fact, it's The Predator is what we're watching next. So it's the final of the 4 Predator films that are natively on Disney Plus. Yes, there are other Predator things, Killer Killers, Badlands, all those other things are on Hulu if you want to watch them there. But they actually put Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator on Disney Plus. So yeah, we're gonna watch the final one in that series, The Predator. I think the most recent one in the series. Next, tomorrow, on our final Sunday of that series, on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.